and I will take you on a journey with America's chefs, firefighters, service industry professionals, and more as we discuss food, recipes, nutrition, and lifestyle topics. Stay tuned and enjoy the ride. Think so.
I know so.
You know so?
Yes.
We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, this is FireHouse Chefs Radio. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. This is FHC Radio for February 19th, 2014, episode 30, the big 30. So we are very, very proud to have everybody here tonight with us. I am your host, Eddie Sell. I am a fire captain here in Southern California, a chef, and the creator of FireHouse Chefs. And tonight I'm joined in studio by a couple of co-hosts that you've seen before. We have to my left here, Chef Eddie Cardenas. He's not only a chef here in Southern California, but he's also a rockin' musician. And he actually, his band played, it's probably a couple months ago now.
Yeah, it was.
And
in December.
So Eddie's band was here live in studio, and we'll get to ask him about what they're up to right now and just, music in general, since we've had some great guests on the show. Especially last week, we had Todd Foreman. For those of you guys that watched, we had Dr. Todd Foreman. He is a native Long Beach resident that was the horn player in the band Sublime, and also in a band called the Jelly of the Month Club that Bud from Sublime is in that band with him as well. So it's pretty cool. And he also happens to be a doctor, and he has a practice in Newport Beach. So last week was really, really an incredible show because we started actually talking about, I just started picking Todd's brain a little bit about some topics, and he starts talking about like the 5 pillars of health. And I mean, it was really, really a good show. And so we were happy to have him here. So, and we also are joined by Chef Luis Navarro. And you guys are familiar with Luis. Have you been tuning into, there's our split screen right there. Everybody say hi. Yeah.
Hi, Luis.
Luis Navarro is the chef and owner of Lola's Mexican Cuisine in Long Beach, California, on beautiful 4th Street in Retro Row. So we're happy to have Luis back. He hasn't been here in a little bit, so we missed him. And you can see that Luis is joined by another guest, Luis Hernandez. He like shrunk. And Luis Hernandez shrunk, and it was Honey I Shrunk Luis Hernandez, and we have Lon Doan in studio, and Lon is going to be our guest tonight, and he's actually an artist, a photographer, videographer, and many things, and we've actually worked together personally on some different projects, so it's going to be cool to have Lon in studio and talking about what he does, his wonderful work and his craft. So we'll have some samples of his work here shortly. And if you're watching us tonight at rantradionetwork.com or firehousechefs.com, I would appreciate everybody tuning in and taking a peek and making sure they tell their buddies, their friends, everybody to join in, watch us, and also give us a call. And let's give them our phone numbers tonight, Eddie. You want to do that for us?
Yeah, if you want to call in, you could call in at 855-969-RANT. That's 855-969-RANT.
Or 7268 is the last four for those of you like myself that can't figure out the rant part, like what the hell does rant stand for?
There's no numbers on my phone.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
There's no letters.
I don't think there are anymore on some, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so, okay. So that's why we give you 969-7268 and give us a call. And remember, you can catch Firehouse Chefs Radio every Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at rantradionetwork.com. You can go to that site and click on Firehouse Chefs Radio, and you can find all of our archived episodes, except for, unfortunately, the one that people keep asking me for when we had Vito and John Lauro, Long Beach, or I should say firefighters from Southern California that also are entrepreneurs and have a real estate business. So we'll give a shout out to those guys right now. We had a cool episode with them where we talked about Italian food and their Italian heritage. So I basically told them, well, I guess since it was kind of lost in cyberspace, they're going to come back. So they will be back for a future episode, and that'll be good. again, just make sure you give us a call tonight if you wanted to talk about anything to do in the culinary world. Also, fire service, any other topics that we have. If you want to ask questions of any of our panel members tonight. And it'll be cool that Lewis is here tonight. We can actually see what's going on with Lola's right now and see if there's any interesting things, new menu items, anything that you guys are doing right now, and pick everybody's brains. Same thing with Chef Eddie as well. So it'll be cool. But I joked about Luis Hernandez. We miss you, buddy. And I actually saw him on the news. I've seen him on the news twice lately because he's been really busy working a lot, and they had a big fire the other night in West Hollywood, and so I saw a glimpse of him on the news. He's pretty easy to spot.
Like, wait a second, that looks like it has
Wait a
to
second,
be him.
that's either Sasquatch or Luis Hernandez. Oh yeah, it's Luis Hernandez. So he was there, and then I saw him. They had another fire a couple weeks ago. In I think it was the Inglewood area or somewhere around South Central LA. So he's been busy, and I got to speak with him for a little bit today, and he's actually going to be joining our team. Him and his brother Carlos gave me some really, really good news today about one of the projects that we're working on. So good stuff, and we'll tell you guys about it in the future. But just wanted to say hi to Lewis. So also wanted to mention that FireHouse World is going on down in San Diego this week. And that is an event that actually happens every year, and it draws thousands of firefighters from across the United States, if not the world, that come and actually take classes. They hear different lectures. Firehouse Chefs has been there many years. In fact, we've been. Have you been there in San Diego when we've done some stuff?
I think so. Yeah, a few years back.
So we've done some stuff back in the past where we've actually cooked for hundreds of people at different events that were affiliated with that, and I just wanted to mention that because I've actually reestablished a relationship with Firehouse, the brand, if you will, and they not only have a magazine, but they have a website, and they have millions of viewers, respectively, between their website and their magazine. So I'm excited because Firehouse Chefs is going to start doing a monthly feature there, and it's taken years to actually kind of get into that. So I'm happy that we're finally back on track to start doing that again, and all of us that are affiliated with Firehouse Chefs are going to have a chance to contribute to that and do something in terms of recipes and all the other things. So it'll be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that. And to all the people that are here in town in Southern California, just have fun, stay safe, and hopefully soon you're going to have another spot to come in and have a little fun at, and we'll be able to plug that very, very soon. But so I wanted to mention that as well. And let's ask you guys what's going on, Eddie.
Right now I'm just just filling up my week. I took a job as a head chef in the morning. I'm doing Thursday through Sunday breakfast up in San Gabriel, and it's
Come into the shot a little bit more. There you go.
all right, cool.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's American classic cuisine, and I wanted to redo the menu, so we have things like chicken and waffles from when I went to visit Louisiana. It's nice and sweet, salty, spicy. It's got a sweet agave drizzle with cayenne pepper. It's just amazing. Then we have a breakfast burger. I highly recommend that. Everything's made in house, so made by hand. Just doing that, rocking out on the weekend. Got a new band, couple shows coming up in March.
A new band from last time, or you guys?
We had a little switch up within the vocalist.
Oh, that never happens in music, huh?
No, it's old folklore. It's never happened. It's urban legend. But it's awesome, and we're taking a new direction with the music. Just a little bit more raunchier, heavy rock, alternative.
I like that.
Kind of more like Sublime.
Okay.
It's all English.
Okay, cool.
So it's good.
And you guys have anything coming up, or how could we find out more about what you're doing with your music? Do you guys have a Facebook page?
Yeah, we're on Facebook. It's called Wolf House.
That's the band name now.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. So
Right
Wolf House on Facebook, and we actually have a show in Glendale at the Crest Bar on March 1st. We're gonna be up headlining at 10 p.m.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a Saturday. So if you guys are in Glendale, it's gonna be a good spot. It's a nice little bar. It's good sound.
Right on, man.
That'll be the place to be.
Yeah, first show.
We will. We'll definitely have to get you guys in here again and do a little.
Oh yeah, of course.
That'll be a lot of fun. So, and what about you, Big Lou?
Well, I just had a thought, when he was talking about Wolf House. I was thinking, I have my brother. My brother-in-law has been playing hardcore forever.
Yeah,
but I just thought of a name. Cannibal Rat.
And it just came to you?
It just came to me. So anybody out there listening, you
Band.
end up naming your band name Cannibal Rat.
He wants 10%. He wants a Luis Navarro would like a finder's fee, please.
Copyright that ASAP.
If we see that on iTunes, anybody, we know where that came from.
That's really funny. Yeah. Hey, you never know. I've been telling this something happened to me at work a couple weeks ago, and in terms of just meeting somebody that ended up being an incredibly interesting person. And I think I told Todd Foreman, the doctor that was here last week, and it's such an incredible person that lives in Long Beach, and it's just one of those stories where don't judge a book by its cover, because what I ended up finding out about this person is so incredible. I've been inspired to, do a documentary about him. And hence the whole, connection with London, because we're gonna be at Sundance next year, pushing our documentary. So, and I might talk about a little bit of that. But yeah, just truly amazing. You never know really who's out there. And I know that you would be intrigued. Everybody, all of us here, would be intrigued to kind of learn about it. And Julio was here when I mentioned it to everybody after the show, and he was tripping out, so. But again, thank you so much for listening to Firehouse Chefs Radio. We have a great episode planned for you, and when we come back from the commercial break, we're going to go ahead and introduce London, and we're going to show some of those wonderful photographs and maybe a little bit of his video as well. And make sure you guys give us a call at 855-969-RANT, 855-969-7268. This is Firehouse Chefs Radio, February 19th, 2014, episode 30. Come back and join us. Don't burn anything down. Firehouse Chefs will be right back.
Been in an accident? Then you need your vehicle professionally repaired. That's exactly what you get when you bring your vehicle to Greg's Auto Body Repair. Free quotes within minutes. We will provide everything you need for a hassle-free auto body repair, from an accurate estimate to working with your insurance company. We will get your vehicle to its pre-accident condition as soon as possible. Greg's Auto Body has been serving Los Angeles County and local cities since 1970. Call us at 562-789-1300.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, two things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number one Tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior Tequila. There's only number one. There's only number one. There's only number one.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra-modern, ultra-clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience. Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home, at AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.hrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
Welcome to Firehouse Chefs. I'm your host, Eddie Sell, and I will take you on a journey with America's chefs, firefighters, service industry professionals, and more as we discuss food, recipes, nutrition, and lifestyle topics. Stay tuned and enjoy the ride. Welcome back to Firehouse Chefs Radio, everyone. I am your host, Eddie Sell, and I'm joined by my co-host tonight. I've got Eddie number 2. That's Eddie Cardenas. He's a chef here in Southern California, and as we just found out, he is in the band Wolf House, correct? Wolf House. And you can find Wolf House on Facebook. Do you guys have a website, or is it just social media right now?
No, it's just social media right now.
Okay,
We're
cool.
building up.
And I'm also joined by Chef Luis Navarro, and Luis is the chef and owner of Lola's Mexican Cuisine in Long Beach, California on 4th Street. So welcome back, Luis. Glad to have you here.
Thank you, everybody. It's, nice to be back.
You got to shake the cobwebs out, bro. It's been a while. So, all right. And then, as I mentioned, we are joined tonight in studio by Lon Doan, and Lon is actually, he's an artist, and he's a photographer, videographer. He does fantastic work. You can see up on our screen right now, Greener Grass Photography is the name of Lon's business. And I've had the pleasure of knowing Lon now for several years, 4 years in fact, and he does amazing work. So we're going to let Lon talk about what he does. It looks like, do we have a caller, Julio? Is it okay? We have a caller on line 1, so let's go ahead and pick that up. Hi there, you're on Firehouse Chefs Radio. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Who do we have?
Hello,
Who do we have?
This is G Dobie.
What's up, G?
What's up, bud? How are you?
I'm good, brother. Thank you so much for calling Firehouse Chefs Radio. And you are on live right now with, let's see, we have Eddie number 2, who's a chef here in SoCal. We also have Luis Navarro, who owns Lola's. So if you are doing your day job, make sure you go by Lola's on 4th Street at 4th and Cherry, basically, in Long Beach. And then we have Mr. Lon Doan as well. So thanks for calling, Dobe. What's going on?
Oh, not too much at all, man. What's up, Lon? How you doing, bud?
Doing good, G Dobie. Good to hear you.
So Gabe, G Dobie is actually, he is in the. Do you tell people what you do, what your day job is?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so G Dobie is he's a police officer, but kind of like what we do here in Firehouse Chefs. Those of us in the first responder field have other things and other passions that we like to do. So G Dobie is actually, he's a musician, and he's a very, very good musician. And I've actually known Gabe for years as well. He has played at a lot of things that Firehouse Chefs has done. One of the bigger things that we did was one year we actually played at Petco Park in San Diego, in downtown San Diego, and we did it was a firefighter appreciation day, and we were actually raising some money for the Burn Institute, and we had there was thousands of people there, and Gabe actually played, and we had a live show that was there that was really awesome, and he's done some other things in Long Beach that we've worked on together. So why don't you tell everybody what you're doing now and how they could find you?
Yeah, that was a good time, man. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
The Bird Institute and stuff, it really moves you. Now I'm currently working on a project, trying to release my album. It's called American Dream. I just released a song from the album, also called American Dream. I released it on Valentine's Day. It's a very intimate song, which is on YouTube. To find me, most of my stuff is under Gabe Dobie. I have a webpage, GabeDobie.com. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. And the styles of music that I do is I have an R&B style that I do. It's a little different from your today R&B. It kind of mixes the old and the new R&B together. And then I do an acoustic soul where it's a lot of acoustic music or whatnot. I write a little bit of everything, some rock, some country. I'm a big country fan.
That's right, you're a big country fan. I know one of those.
I do some line dance, and that's a good time. So, you know, I it's just music. I do it, you know, when I'm working, songs are always going through my head, and, you know, and when I'm not working, it's the only thing that really makes me feel good, you know, just kind of like cooking.
Yeah. And Gabe is actually not only, and that's what's good about him is he not only can sing, but you know, when I need him to jump on the line at a lot of those, and you know what, and Gabe's seen a lot of the things that we've done. He was with us when we did we cooked for about
With your wedding?
Well, 2,000 people when we did downtown San Diego at a 9/11 memorial, and that was insane. And we had not only a couple thousand people, but we literally did a breakfast and a lunch menu with a 30-minute basically gap in between service, and it was tough.
Yeah, that was pretty intense.
That was super intense, and I literally had a couple guys showing up from other chef jobs. You know, they pulled all-nighters, and anyways, so people sometimes have no idea what it takes to pull some of those things off, and Gabe has seen a lot of it. So he's seen a lot of the evolution of FireHouse chefs. So it's cool to see actually the evolution of your music and the fact that all these relationships that ultimately we did a lot of networking amongst ourselves and became friends. And so it's really cool that, and I was really impressed, by the way, Gabe, and I told you that when I saw you, you know, in the streets, in those mean streets of you know where.
Streets of Long
Beach.
They're really, really mean. But you know, it was somewhere between us battling like our 10th fire of the day and then like rescuing like 20 people from like a freeway overpass that was like collapsing, that I ran into Gabe, and he was in the process of, he had just, you know, arrested like 5 people or something like that were I'm just kidding, but it sounded good. So, but like I told him,
torrential rain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, torrential rain. A JetBlue crash or a plane was about to crash, and but your video is really good. I mean, I was really impressed, and I told you that when I saw you, and I mentioned it to Lon as well. It's awesome. So it's cool to see that. Yeah, it's you have a lot to be proud of, and why don't we you know, tell everybody again where they can find you, Gabe, and where they can see the video.
Well, you can go on YouTube, just type in Gabe Doby. That's GABEDOBY, and it should pop up. Or you can go to my Facebook page, Gabe Doby. There's a fan page; it's on there. If you really like the video, I mean, please like it. Lon actually recorded it, or you know, did it for me.
Yeah.
So
That was me?
I really appreciate that.
I
He's
don't
not
remember
just in the photos.
That's awesome. He's over here like being really humble about it, and we're gonna.
Man.
You know what? Yeah.
He will never say it.
Are you? If you hopefully when we get off the phone with you, if you're near a computer, you know, make sure you try to punch us in right now and check us out live at rantradionetwork.com. Lon's going to show some of his other work, and we're going to try to at least pull up a little bit of your video if we can. If Julio's able to do that, maybe one of the segments towards the end, we'll do that. And Gabe, like I mentioned to you, you know, we'd love to have you here live in studio and playing some of your music.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be a good pop off for the album, and maybe I can give you some hints on the new stuff that I'm doing.
Sounds good, man.
Cool.
Hey, well, thanks so much for calling, and be safe. And don't be like that idiot CHP officer in San Diego that arrested the fireman.
Yeah. We have an ongoing joke between us about that too.
Oh my God, that was pretty brutal. So for those of you that are wondering, fire engines park on freeways and any emergency scenes to actually block traffic for everybody involved. That includes the emergency workers and the people that they're working on. So if another car, happens to whiz by at 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, they don't hit somebody else and cause further injury. So, for those of you that don't know, a CHP officer put a firefighter in handcuffs a couple weeks ago now, and down in Chula Vista. So it was pretty brutal, and I'm sure they were taking a beating over that. So
you must have been having a really bad day.
That's a pretty bad day. Yeah, that's
if he wasn't having a bad day, he had a bad day after that.
Yeah. So exactly. But hey, thanks so much, bro, and stay safe out there. And we look forward to seeing you soon here in studio at FHC Radio.
Right on. Thanks for having me.
See you, Gabe.
All right. Bye.
All right, cool. So, well, Lon, there's another satisfied, customer.
Good job,
you know what? If you're looking at it right now at RantRadioNetwork.com, Julio pulled up that picture, and there it is, man. It is unbelievable.
Do we know who that CHP officer was?
They found out. They found out who it was.
Yeah.
Is his name all over the internet?
His name is all over the internet.
His name is viral, definitely.
Yeah, and he just... Yeah,
we're relocating him to Florida,
right? Well, yeah, he
stood his ground.
He's probably somewhere right. He's probably somewhere in that beautiful stretch of the 99 freeway as you're just passing Bakersfield, and you're wondering, like, you're looking around, you're like, "Am I still in California?" So he might be. Yeah, there it is. It's unbelievable, but it sounds like things have been resolved. As it stands. So
well, the CHP took a big hit too. I mean, I know that night and then early that morning they really did a big,
like a press release,
press conference. Addressing it, because not only was every firefighter up in arms, but I think every civilian. Was up
the
in
civilians
arms
were
too,
really upset over it.
We all heard about that.
Really, yeah. And that's what's funny is you don't even have to be in the industry. You can just even see what happened and why they were doing it, and then you're just like, "Are you kidding me?"
Well, the thing is, too, I mean, there's circumstances where I could possibly comprehend and understand, but the fact that they were responding to an emergency call and for that to happen is just...
Well, they were there at the emergency.
Yeah.
I mean, that was ridiculous, and the whole thing was, for those of you that don't know the backstory, the CHP officer wanted the fireman to move the engine. And so his priority was only to basically open up the flow of traffic. That's fine, other than when people are actually down on the ground being rendered to. And if that was your loved one on the ground, I guarantee you would not want traffic opened up, so there could be further injury. And a lot of firefighters, police officers die all the time on freeways because they get hit by cars. And they should actually know that more than anybody, because, in fact, unfortunately, they just lost a couple officers the other day.
Yeah.
So, it's horrible, but that, unfortunately, those are some of the things that come with doing that line of work. When we come back from the commercial break, I promise we're going to get to some fun pictures from London.
Lon, we won't rant on that.
Yeah, we won't rant. We won't be the three guys rant. We'll be the Firehouse chefs, and we'll bring up your pictures. And we're also going to talk about food tonight, because this is Firehouse Chefs Radio. We are going to talk about food as art. So stay tuned for more. This is FHC Radio. Don't burn anything down. Firehouse Chefs will be right back.
What's wrong?
I can't stop craving a cigarette. I just quit. Hey, what are you smoking on?
Oh, this? Best e-juice on the planet. Burst of flavor, of course.
What's that?
Only the best alternative to smoking with a great flavor. It has a burst of flavor in every puff.
Well, does it have nicotine?
It comes in different levels, including 0. They have 20 flavors and more coming. All the products are made in the U.S. Check them out at www.burstoflavor.com or call them at 855-WE-BURST.
Hey, let's burst together.
It's not just flavor, it's an experience. Cigarettes, you've met your match.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Hey, bro, this is a good game. You know what would make it better?
What, bro?
A michelada.
A michelada? What's a michelada?
A michelada is somewhere in the middle of a Mexican Bloody Mary and a Mexican margarita.
Oh, I got you covered, bro.
You got a cup in your pocket?
No, sir. I got my pocket-sized michelada. Mucho macho michelada.
Pocket size?
Pocket size, so you can take it with you anywhere you go.
Where'd you get that at?
At the nearest convenience store, and you can also buy it at muchomachomichelada.com.
You know what will make it better? After we get drunk, if they had a line we can call.
We can call their drunk line. You can leave a message and then log on to the site and listen to your stupidity afterwards.
What's that number?
It's 855-MICHE-69.
What's that number again?
855-MICHE-69.
Awesome. Mucho macho michelada.
ProTech Carpet Tile and Care provides professional cleaning services for carpet, tile, grout, upholstery, and fine area rugs.
ProTech technicians are professionally trained and certified cleaning and restoration experts.
We specialize in restoring damage caused by heavy soil and odor.
We can remove challenging spots such as coffee, tea, ink, gum, wine, and many more.
We have saved our customers thousands of dollars on new flooring and furniture expenses with our advanced cleaning processes.
Call for a free estimate at 562-447-4300 and visit us on our website, www.myprotechsite.com.
Hey, this is Joe Perez, owner at ProTech. Just reminding you that ProTech Carpet and Tile Care is your professional choice.
Welcome to FireHouse Chefs. I'm your host, Eddie Sell, and I will take you on a journey with America's chefs, firefighters, service industry professionals, and more as we discuss food, recipes, nutrition, and lifestyle topics. Stay tuned and enjoy the ride.
All right, welcome back to Firehouse Chefs Radio, everybody. This is FHC Radio for February 19th, 2014, episode 30, and we just found out, actually, that Lewis is feeling his, he's getting his groove back.
Getting my groove back, falling right into rhythm again.
And that's what happens when you stay away from FHC Radio for too long, you kind of like lose that groove. But hopefully we'll be able to see a lot more of him, in the upcoming weeks. So this is FHC Radio. Remember, you can give us a call at 855-969-7268, 855-969-RANT. I am your host, Eddie Sell, and I'm joined by Eddie Cardenas, chef, and also a musician here in SoCal. And like I mentioned, Luis Navarro, the chef and owner of Lola's Mexican Cuisine, is here with us as well. And we're joined by Mr. London. And without any further ado, let's talk about greener grass photography, bro.
Well, I'm a fashion and commercial photographer, and it's been a baby of mine for the past couple of years. And I've met Eddie through a photo shoot for a magazine a few years back, and that's how we began our relationship. And yeah, I've been branching into video. I began as a wedding photographer.
And that was an amazing cover of GQ that I was on them, by the way.
Exactly. He was
I fought really, really hard for that.
He actually got, I think it was Christmas 2012.
The special issue.
Yeah. December issue.
Just a Santa hat.
So as you're talking, Lon, maybe you can kind of walk us through some of these photographs that we see up here on the screen. For everybody watching us right now at rantradionetwork.com, this is some of Lon's work.
Yeah, so up here we have some fashion photos of mine for portfolios of models that we got going on. Yep, some beauty shots, very commercial. I use a lot of lighting, studio work. It's never really mattered too much about the camera for those of you guys who are curious, but I do shoot Canon, and it's more about what you use, what you do with the camera, and all your equipment.
Right.
And, yep. So another fun model, fun shoots, and a lot of good styling and production goes into every single photo.
Sure.
You need high quality makeup artist, hairstylist, and wardrobe if you're doing fashion. And then after that, you have to have good models, because without that, you can't create fun photos. And Yep, and right now is the peak of fashion season right now. So I know New York Fashion Week, the smaller segment, is going on right now, and I am busy shooting catalogs and lookbooks for many of my other clients right now.
Really?
So
Cool.
this is the upcoming fall look for 2014
Okay.
that we're shooting for.
Oh, so maybe you can even give us some sneak peek on what's trendy right now in fashion.
Yeah, whatever's trending
Yeah.
here in the near future.
Exactly what everyone's wearing right now. Just wear blacks.
Yeah?
Oh no, I think that was I haven't been up to date on my last year's Vogue yet, so I haven't really checked on that.
We'll have to make sure you visit Lon's social media later, so maybe we can extract some of those tips out of him when he finds out. And in terms of all the different things that you do, first off, how did you get into it? How did you get into photography?
I got into photography when I started working at a portrait studio, and I've always been a very
like Olin Mills,
something very similar like that. It was like probably a former studio like that, and I started working with people. And I picked up a camera, and it was a great tool. I realized I could start shooting, and I had fun with it. I was creating things that were pretty much my own. Like I sucked at painting, drawing. I can't draw for crap. And after that, it just became a huge feeding of knowledge. I started training underneath photographers. I started reading as much as I could, and then started taking as many classes. And that was where I got started.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then I've seen your evolution as well, just even in the last 4 years, and it definitely seems like you continue to get busier and busier, and the amount of clients that you get are not only bigger, I suppose, in terms of you mentioned that in the fashion world, a lot of the catalog shoots that you're doing and a lot of those things for brands. How is it in terms of like if we talk about just what we've done in the past with FireHouse Chefs, how is it like shooting food?
Shooting food it's very different because it's more of a commercial style. You don't have to. The benefit is you don't have to deal with people, so you don't have to deal with any models. You're not given too much of a time constraint unless you're working with a chef and fresh food. But a lot of high-end commercialized food shots will have a lot of styling to them. So you have to style the food, and most of the times it may end up not being edible because there are tricks of the trade to make things look a lot better than they actually are, to make them great for photographs to sell the actual food itself.
Right. Now, are you
That's the first.
That's how we met. That's that's one of my dishes right there. That was my my shrimp torta. So
that's a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Shrimp torta, and that was a mango guacamole that I did actually, and a little fresh slaw there on the side. So yeah, that was for Draft magazine, and that's a beer magazine. So that was a recipe that I came up with that I used an L for marinating the shrimp, and hence the whole the recipe. So that was really cool.
Are those 1620s you're using right there?
You better believe it. Yeah, they weren't tiger prawns, so I had to go 1620 on those. But and like you could see, and Lon brings up a funny point, and we actually got to enjoy that after the shoot. So that was pretty.
That's
pretty
the
fun.
good thing about shooting with Eddie, is that his food looks great and it is edible.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
This is stuff that I've made. It's a very ethnic cuisine. This is a Vietnamese dish, but I've stylized it to make it look good for photographs.
I'm glad, and I'm glad you brought up your heritage as well. That's we always try to, when we have guests, we try to include what their background is and just how does that obviously relate to the types of foods that you like. So I'm glad you brought up the fact that you have a Vietnamese background. I know in Long Beach anyway, there's a large Cambodian and Vietnamese population. In fact, it's the largest Cambodian population in the world outside of Cambodia.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, when they call Long Beach a melting pot, it truly is. And then not only that, 7 out of the 9 council districts in Long Beach are largely. You know what? Is that Mastro's?
That is Mastro's.
Yeah, I
famous
recognize
shrimp- yeah,
that.
the
I
famous
recognize
shrimp
that.
cocktail.
Yeah. But Long Beach is truly a melting pot, along with obviously not only Long Beach but California and the U.S. And yeah, we're right there. That's dry ice.
That is dry ice.
Yep.
It's their famous shrimp cocktail. I believe it is grilled as well.
Yeah.
And so I shot that one for the
Mr. Briggs.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, and we've actually had Matt here in studio before. Matt's been here a couple times. We had an episode where we talked about cheeses, And Matt Briggs, the executive chef at Mastro's Oceanfront there in Newport Beach, and he actually has left, and he's about to open his new restaurant in Beverly Hills.
Ooh,
yeah, and that's going to be another fine dining seafood place. So Matt will be back, and he'll be able to talk about that and plug that restaurant. So that's going to be really, really exciting. But yeah, so why don't you talk about some of your cuisine as we're kind of looking through some of these photos, Lon?
I started cooking being around a lot of chefs. So actually, being around Eddie just inspired me to start cooking a lot more. And I tend to cook a lot more Italian foods than anything else.
Cool.
I started experimenting on trying to make pasta for the first time this year, and it didn't work too well. But I do make a good mushroom risotto, so I use a lot of good porcinis, chanterelles, and I do make a very decent risotto.
Nice.
Love grilling meats. Love making sauces. I like this, and yeah, it's been fun cooking, experimenting. Anytime I see a good recipe, I just want to push the boundaries, and see what I can do with it.
And make it your own.
Yep, exactly.
You know what? And that's what cooking is all about, is just thinking of, something like that, like looking at a picture of tomato soup or tomato bisque or something like that and thinking, how could I just, I love doing, I think any chef or any person that loves food, period, is going to kind of like look at some ingredients and say, how can I doctor that up a little bit? And I think that's just so much fun. It's so challenging. And it's really, really cool when other people kind of pick up on, wait a minute, like all we saw in the cabinet was XYZ, and you just turned XYZ into this. But that's what's so cool about cooking, and I think that's why we've always connected, just that creativity. And so whether you're a chef or an artist, or any of those things, you tend to kind of be compatible on that sort of level, which is pretty cool.
And the cool thing about anytime I cook is that, or if I see something that's amazingly whatever, or get inspired, I can shoot it as well and create fun little photos like that.
Yeah, and that's you could see Christini.
Yep, Christini with a raw salmon over a little bit of tartar and dill.
Sure.
And just squeeze a little bit of lemon on it.
Yep.
And,
yeah, Christini is one of the go-to that Firehouse Chefs loves to do when we cater. It's actually, you could do so many things with Christini. That's what's pretty awesome about it, And ooh, look at that. That's a beautiful picture.
Leftover lobster tail.
Yeah.
After eating it, of course, and just put it up for a good photo. And just
that's
play around with
that's
it.
super cool.
That is cool.
That's super cool. Yeah.
So yeah, that's and that was for a client for the coconut water.
Okay.
That's something I was actually in a commercial for as well. I also shot their
really?
line. Yep.
Well, that actually reminds me. By the way, in an upcoming show, we're going to have the CEO and founder of C2O Coconut Water is going to actually be here in studio, and so we're going to be excited to hear about their story. Hey, that looks really familiar. I think an amazing chef did that one.
Want to talk about Eddie?
that's one of my dishes right there. Yeah, I recognize that. So as we keep going through,
we've got a few of yours coming along. So we were shooting these little delicious ahi tuna stock. Was it?
Yeah, yeah. We had
is that like a little pokey?
A little pokey.
Stock.
You got it. Yeah, and those are our little sliders, our little pulled pork.
They look pretty big.
Yeah. Look at those beautiful buns, those beautiful little brioche buns. Yeah.
Delicious onion rings, crispy string onions.
And it's look at that burger. That was one of my burgers. I was pretty proud of that.
That's a dope burger.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
It definitely was delicious.
Is that burger still rolling right now?
Not yet, but it will be soon.
Oh, so it's not over.
Well, I mean, we're in flux. So we obviously on the Firehouse Chefs food truck, we took some of my concepts and scaled them down, and we did so many things with sliders to make them so much more presentable, and all those little things, and those are going to be the things that we incorporate, coming soon at one of the projects that we'll be discussing here shortly. So yeah, I believe in. Obviously, like in some of those pictures, thank you, Julio. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I believe in, on the food truck, for example, we had the 3 Ps, and that was pride, presentation, and professionalism. And every time you look at a dish, and I always, that was the way I looked at it, and talked to our crew about it, and make sure that stuff looks the way you would want to receive it and eat it, And
food tastes better like that.
Well, you eat with your eyes first,
Yeah.
like we can all agree. And I know Lewis, he does the same thing at Lola's, and that's why we continue to go back. And it's time for a commercial break, though, and I think I'm getting hungry just talking about all this amazing food. But this is Firehouse Chefs Radio. Stay tuned for more. We're going to have more of Lon Doan's amazing
It's
work.
like, darn it, Lon, your
I know,
pictures are
I
killing
know.
me.
I know. This is FHC Radio, episode 30. Stay tuned for more.
Don't burn anything down. Firehouse Chefs will be right back.
Add some crazy flavor to your vape pen. You're looking for something new and exciting in liquid vapor? Go to Crazy Cloud's e-juice. Find them at burstoflavor.com and try any of the new 12 flavors they have available. Blueberry, mint, raspberry, chocolate, gummy bear, hemp, watermelon, cola, orange, pina colada, coconut, or Red Bully. Call us today at 855-WE-BURST or visit us at burstoflavor.com and order yours today.
The Share Foundation is the health division of the Coy Chiropractic Institute, a 501c3 509A2 public nonprofit organization dedicated to the growth and development of the natural health care services, in particular through the chiropractic profession, offering health services at the Share clinics in the greater Los Angeles area. Your donations can help in expanding these facilities across the nation, research programs, and public education, thus offering a solution to the many of the health challenges we face. Your donations are tax deductible and can be sent through our website at www.sharefoundation.com. That's www.cherfoundation.com by clicking on the donation button. Thank you.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bank Mart, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
Number one. Number one.
Is that a stutter or as high as you can count?
I was ordering number one tequila.
Everybody's asking for number one.
Great, another fancy bottle.
These guys are true artists. Never compromise integrity. They make tequila
Come
the
on.
old-fashioned way. Never mass produced.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying have the number one. Anything less is number two. Number one. Number one tequila.
Welcome to Firehouse Chefs. I'm your host, Eddie Sell, and I will take you on a journey with America's chefs, firefighters, service industry professionals, and more as we discuss food, recipes, nutrition, and lifestyle topics. Stay tuned and enjoy the ride.
Welcome back to Firehouse Chefs Radio, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in to another great episode of FHC Radio. This is episode 30 for February 19th, 2014. I'm your host, Eddie Sell, and I'm joined tonight by my co-host, Eddie Cardenas, and also Luis Navarro. And again, we're having a fantastic episode tonight. We're talking about artists, photographs, models, and
Music.
food. Music, yeah. It sounds like a guy's dream, you know?
Maxim?
There we go. If you're looking at the screen right now, and of course our in-studio guest is Mr. Lon Doan, and Lon is a photographer, videographer, artist, and you could see some of the shots that he's done. So that was a photo shoot that we did right there. That was the Draft Magazine one.
Yep.
Lon's also we've also worked together on Urban Inc. Urban Inc. magazine.
I've included a couple of the images.
Okay, cool.
This is a
Yeah,
little flashback.
Yeah, I was in. There's me getting interviewed on. Let's see, that's Fox 5 San Diego. That's actually the day we were talking about with Gabe Doby.
Yeah,
so
Park.
yeah, when we were cooking for a couple thousand people and raising money for the Burn Institute. It was a lot of fun. every time, you know what? And it's cool when I see these pictures. I think, man, we've come a long way and have done a lot of things. There's a good shot right there. There's a lot of the Firehouse Chefs team. And we did a spread for Urban Ink Tattoo magazine, which was really, really cool. And it was the cover had Wiz Khalifa on it, but they did a really cool spread on us. And the point of the story was, here are tattooed professionals, essentially firefighters, police officers, and they picked up on the fact that they love the whole Firehouse Chefs brand. So that was really cool, and Lon was able to be the photographer for that shoot as well. So that was a lot of fun.
Yep.
That's cool how you guys had the Queen Mary there in the background.
That
LBC,
is
baby.
not photoshopped. Right? We actually went there and almost got kicked out a few times.
We so did, but it's kind of cool when you're able to drop the, certain card, but leave us alone. Leave us alone for a little while. And it was a lot of fun doing all these things. There's another good shot. This shot I love because
it was actually great.
Right?
It actually happened.
If you guys notice this shot right now, if you're watching us at rantradionetwork.com, you could see not only downtown Long Beach in the background, but also the police helicopter, and that's the police helicopter is called Fox. And they just so happened to fly into our shot right when
it was perfect timing.
Yeah,
yep, it was perfect timing. Got a few
that is awesome.
Isn't that cool? Yeah, I thought that was super cool. So, and they actually flew overhead and
they
waved.
Hovered.
Yeah, they hovered and they're like, again, it's so cool because instead of getting a bunch of crap from people or whatever, they'll be, oh, cool, that's Firehouse Chefs.
It's like, why not have a helicopter in the picture?
Yeah. So. That was a lot of fun, and that was. Let's see, that's another one. Doing a little cooking. So yeah, we've done a lot of things together, which has been great, and again, we were kind of talking about what it's like to shoot food, Lon, and there's some tricks of the trade. We kind of mentioned it when we were on the commercial break, and as chefs, I know we were kind of talking about how everybody, hey, how do you keep the guacamole from turning, brown, and how do you keep, onions from causing you to cry? How do you keep, there's all these different tricks out there, but in reality, I think we all know that certain things, guess what, they're just going to turn,
Yeah, certain things you just can't fake the funk, and you got to make it fresh,
Except for Twinkies.
Well, yeah, those things will they'll outlive us.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, what is it? Is it what takes 7 years to digest? That's gum, right?
Yeah.
Gum, and then what about Twinkies? I think they say that
I don't think it does digest. It just kind of goes right through.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think Twinkies take a long time, probably. I'm sure as well, but they are so damn good, though.
Yeah. Deep fried Twinkies, anyone?
yeah, fried anything. So. But so that's one of the things. How about any challenges that you've had? I'm sure you've had some people that probably weren't the easiest to work with.
Definitely. When I began early in my career, I was primarily a wedding photographer.
Okay.
And there's definitely high stress environments that you deal with every single day working. You can't take any sick days as a photographer. You are agreed by contract, and you're pretty much going to be there no matter how sick you are. There's no one to substitute for you because they want you specifically.
Bridezillas, anybody?
Yep, pretty much. But the great thing about being a photographer is that I learn so much by meeting so many people.
Oh, look at you, buddy. I love it.
Yeah. But I learned so much. I didn't start cooking until after my experiences began with Eddie. I started watching and learning, and then being on set with other chefs. You just learn by watching, and you start trying it at home, and then it becomes another inherent skill that you get just from being around. And you learn so much from people who are so knowledgeable. Everyone who's a professional in the industry, they just rub off on you, and you begin to absorb their passion for what they do, and it builds into your passion or my passion for photography.
That's so cool. And through just our networking with one another, Lon's been able to kind of what we mentioned, he's done work now for other people, other chefs out there. And we mentioned Matt Briggs. Matt Briggs actually had a concept for a television show, and he knew that I was kind of pursuing some things in the entertainment world. So he had actually a pretty cool concept. And Lon and his cousin John actually went and shot some stuff for them, and it looked great. And I know Lon's shot some stuff for me as well when I was working as a chef in Huntington Beach, and then obviously all the other countless photos that he's done for me over the years, and he's been a huge part of Firehouse Chefs. And you can actually find him as far as on my site. You can go to firehousechefs.com. If you click on the partners page, Lon has been a proud member of that page for a long time. And there's a link to Greener Grass Photography on there. And why don't you tell everybody out there in FHC land where else they can find you?
You can find me. I do have an Instagram, a Twitter that I rarely use, but I am on Facebook. I am more active on Facebook, so you just get updated day to day on the Facebook page. And yeah, that's a pretty good way to find me. Yeah.
Julio, do we have any time to try to pull up the video from GDoby, or is it going to be a little bit tough to do that? It'll be tough. Okay, so we'll just recommend that everybody try to go to all those sites that we just talked about that Lon Doan has, and then also if you want to watch the video that he shot for Gabe Doby, if I remember correct, you can go to YouTube and then just type in Gabe Doby.
Yeah, Gabe Doby, American Dream for that one.
Gabe Doby, American Dream,
and make sure to like it.
And make sure to like it. Yeah. Make sure you check that out. I see your message, but my I'm on my battery's about to die. Julio's shaking his head like, okay. So, well, what's next? What's next? What do you have coming up as far as some cool projects?
For cool projects, I will see after I get through this season. I am represented by management, so I do have management for my photography
That's
career.
really exciting,
So
yeah.
It's also the beginning of wedding season, so I know March through October is also a pretty hectic time. Shot some engagements, preparing for the upcoming year. Yeah, stay busy, stay hungry.
And they can just keep following you on social media, and you'll let everybody know what you're up to and how to contact you, how to hire you.
Yeah, correct. And so,
More
yeah.
importantly, how to hire you, right? And then before we go to, Big Lou, any news with Lola's right now?
Yeah, there's some exciting stuff. We have updated menu. We like to change it with the season, not only with the weather and on what is on everybody's appetite, but we have a little bit of a heartier menu going into fall and winter.
Mhm.
And March 1st we update our menu and we move it more into like a spring summer.
Okay.
So there'll be like a couple extra ceviches on the menu and moving a little bit more into like a seafood
Delicious.
style. So that'll be
Oh, dude,
rolling out March 1st.
Their ceviche is so good. It is. Yeah, we'll have to take.
thank
we'll
you,
have to
Eddie.
take all you guys for a road trip. Seriously, I love it. It's good.
Yeah, so that's about it. That's we've been working on now, and it's just updating everything and going through the process. But that'll be March 1st.
Okay, awesome. And then Eddie, so if people want to find out more about Wolf House.
Wolf House, exactly how it sounds. That's how it's spelled.
Yeah.
House of Power. Yeah, just just Facebook, Wolf House Music, and we're gonna be updating pictures, shows, links. Hopefully, get some music recorded soon, so we can put that on there. And I think we're gonna be getting a Twitter, Instagram, and a YouTube channel up soon. So we have a couple of videos of us, doing a couple of covers in the garage.
And Eddie, can you repeat one more time too? I think it's for everybody. Where you're at right now, the restaurant.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even say it. Yeah. It's called Pizza Place California, and that's in San Gabriel. So the address there is 303 South Mission Drive in San Gabriel.
Cool.
Pizza Place California.
Pizza Place California.
Right on.
Awesome.
And have you been to up there in that San Gabriel area, a food truck that actually went from food truck to brick and mortar, Grill 'Em All?
Grill 'Em All. I actually, funny story, I worked there for one day.
Nice. Is that it right there?
Yeah.
Look at that screen.
Yeah, that's it.
Julio found it. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's
Right
a
on.
side building.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
He's quick. He's quick like that. He's quick. So,
yeah. So Grill 'Em All is really, really awesome. I go for the burgers. I honestly work there for free for one day, just so I could find out how they make their burgers and, not taking their recipes, but definitely taking their methods.
Yeah, we're just learning.
It's cool.
Why reinvent the wheel when you can learn off of somebody that's doing it right?
Oh, totally. And I think we all have that mutual respect, and that, you know what, when you hear somebody that wants to do that, I think that means that you're on the right track of something. So that's great, and I know ultimately where all that stuff's going to end up. So that's very, very cool. Well, I mean, guys, we had another great episode of Firehouse Chefs Radio. This was a lot of fun, and I hope everybody continues to tune in. We really appreciate everybody tuning in every week. Remember, you can go to rantradionetwork.com and click on FHC Radio for archived episodes. 30 shows down, and there's going to be a lot of good stuff this year. We have a lot of great guests lined up, so continue to watch us, and we're going to try to obviously have a lot more episodes. It'll have a lot more stuff to do with kitchen tips. I know we want to readdress like the whole knife tips, utensils. There's just so many different topics that we can bring to the table. So we appreciate you tuning in, though. Make sure you follow us at firehoussechefs.com for any sort of news about Firehouse Chefs. And we look forward to catching you next week and every Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at rantradionetwork.com and firehoussechefs.com. And then one more time, Big Lon, give us your information.
Just find me at greenergrassphotography.com or on Facebook for the same greenergrassphotography.com. And everything else will be linked from there.
Okay, Lewis?
Awesome. We're at Lola's Mexican Cuisine, lolasmexicancuisine.com. It's at I Love Lola's for any of our social media, and we're off 4th and Cherry in Long Beach.
Yeah, and the MULA, the Museum of Latin American Art, is going to have a Frida exhibit coming up soon. So I just saw all this stuff posted on 4th Street. So support artists everywhere. And again, we appreciate you tuning in. Everybody stay safe out there.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.